Konnichiwa Mochis, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going over some Murder Mystery 2 grind tips and some also survival tips. So I'm going to start off with the grinding section of this video. If you don't want to grind in Murder Mystery 2 and you just need help with survival tips, then you can just skip to that part in the video. So as you can see, I've already started grinding. I have like 7,700 coins right now. And so if you get 1,000 coins, then just don't buy a box. That's like the basics of grinding. And you also shouldn't buy any pets because it's just like a waste. And don't buy any radios. The regular one works just fine. It's just a cosmetic. But if you have the elite one, then that's fine. And I do recommend buying elite because it gives you extra 10 coins. So that's how I've been able to do this with elite. 10 coins might not be a lot, but it makes a big difference in the long run if you think about it. And another thing is you probably shouldn't buy any of these effects. If you want an effect, you could wait until like a seasonal event, because I have all these effects. I didn't buy any except for elite. And another thing is with powers, so there are actually only a few good ones, and I think the good ones are haste and sprint, actually. So, yeah. So these are the ones that make you go faster. Haste is where you go faster if you have your knife out, and then sprint is where you go a lot faster without a knife, but then it is a 30-second cooldown. So I have haste, and I think it's better than sprint, just because of the cooldown, but either one of these is okay. Ninja also might be a good one, mainly for beginners, just because it's not too expensive, and it's pretty useful. Like, if people are depending on like hearing, then it's like easier to use than some of the other ones. And here's also just a tip for grinding. So if you're grinding for XP, then if you see like a coin somewhere and you're like afraid the murder might be over there, then don't get it. But if you're grinding just for coins, then it doesn't really matter. You can just get all the coins you want. Like, it doesn't matter if you die. But if you're grinding for both, it's harder. So it's interesting. And also another grinding tip, if you're grinding for experience and coins, go hide. Also, here's just a disclaimer. A lot of people are like, oh my gosh, you have to hide to win. Like, they're making you feel bad about it. But like, Nicholas actually put like hiding spots around the map on purpose, so you can use it to hide. So I don't know like why these people think you're not supposed to hide, but don't listen to them because they're wrong. But I don't recommend hiding the whole game if you're grinding. Unless like the murderer is just like running around killing everyone like really fast. So otherwise, like if someone's doing that, you can just hide. But most of the time, you should probably just get coins and then hide, and it'll do wonders to like how fast you're leveling up and how fast you're getting coins, stuff like that. So now let's move on to the survival section. And it looks like I got innocent, so this is perfect because I'll be going over like tips for sheriff, innocent, and murderer. So for innocent, you just need to walk around and then get coins and then like hide at the end. But if the murderer is not killing anyone, like if they're AFK or something like that, or if they're just like waiting until the end of the game, then you probably don't have to hide if you don't want to. But no one can do anything if you're hiding. They can't be like, oh my gosh, you like hid to win. It's because as you can see, there are lots of hiding spots. They're on purpose. So yeah, don't listen to anyone that says that. But another thing is, if the murderer is like throwing knives at you and you're like running away, then just don't spam jump, because like it makes it like really hard to see. Like this is really annoying for like you, because then you can like sort of glitch out of the ceiling. And it's just really, really annoying. Unless there's a high ceiling, then it's okay. But what's better is just to like go like this and stay out of narrow hallways. It's much easier. And another tip for innocent is that just stay away from everybody. This is like a common tip. Unless you're a murderer, just stay away from anybody. They could be the murderer. But once you know what the murderer is, then it's fine to stay near other people that aren't the murderer. But if you don't know who the murderer is, then just stay away from everyone. Also, by the way, this is my friend. So, she wanted to be in this video, so I let her be in this video since I basically let anyone be in my videos as long as they don't ruin anything. So we're just chilling over here. And I know I don't have full coins, but it's like there's stuff going on up there. So you hear all this like all these like if you hear the sheriff and like the murderer walking around up there, and you know so that's it for innocent. Even if I don't get sheriff or murder, I can still talk about these tips. And also there's another innocent tip that I can go over next round. So well actually I can just go over it now. So if there's a camper in Murder Mystery 2, then and you're trying to get the gun, then don't just like jump on top of it, because that's like no, you're just gonna die. But their knife is in their right hand, and if they're just like standing there trying to kill you, you can actually jump in from like the left side and try to get it. That's like a better chance. But you can also like go forward to make them like think you're getting the gun. And you sort of like juke them and get it. Like this sometimes works, you could try it. But it doesn't work all the time. Or you can just keep walking around them and they might eventually chase you and you can just get it. Okay, this is freeze tag, so perfect for sheriff tips, even though I didn't get any sheriff. So one thing that you can do as sheriff is so just stay away from everyone if you're sheriff, like every single person. It doesn't matter if they're like your friend or something. Yeah, just stay away from everyone. Like if you die, then like what if they're a camper? They might camp the gun. Plus you only get 100 XP at the end, 150 for elites though. But yeah. And then also another thing, if you're sheriff, it doesn't give you a coin bonus, so coins don't really matter too much. They do still matter. You should still get coins, but yeah, they don't give you a bonus, so if you're grinding for XP, then don't, like, try so hard to get coins. And also, if you're a sheriff, then don't just chase after the murderer. I mean, that's not a very good idea. But try to lure them into, like, you see this, like, little hallway? Try to lure them to something like this, so it's easier to get them and get the victory. This also counts for hero. All these things count for hero, too. So if I say like sheriff, it means sheriff or hero, as long as you have the gun. It's the same thing. One thing you should not do with sheriff is hide until like the very end, because like, I mean, if you survive the round, you get 900 XP, but like, it's better to get like a victory, because you actually do get like a permanent mark, like in your profile. And plus, like people like at the end, like if anyone's alive, they're probably going to start asking like, who's the sheriff? And plus, then if the murderer finds you, then, well, how's anyone else going to even get the gun? So, if you're going to die, don't die in a hiding spot. It's not, like, yeah, it's not that hard. And one last sheriff tip, I don't know if many people know about this, but, like, a lot of murderers now, they're, like, spam jumpers and stuff. So, like, a lot of people are spam jumpers. Like, sometimes it's hard to tell. Like, they're just jumping, like, not too much. But, they're still jumping. So, one thing you can actually do is you can just turn down your sensitivities right here. So, you can just turn it all the way down. Trust me, it won't be hard to move. See, it's pretty easy. So yeah, do that. That's a good tip. And then, for spam jumpers, you just have to... I'm not sure how to explain this. You have to like wait until they jump, and then you have to like aim like when they're jumping, and then kill them that way, not when they're on the ground, because it's like much easier because they're jumping so much. So like an example is like if someone was like if I was like jumping like this, when I was in the air, the sheriff could just. I remember seeing like a video on this and testing this in Game Trainer, and it does work. So now we're down to murderer tips, and there are a lot of tips for being murderer, but one of them is like, it may not seem important, but it's actually pretty useful if you're murderer. Because sometimes when you're murderer, it's nice to go on like stealth modes, like the sheriff doesn't hear you coming. So, I know a lot of people like to put on music as murderer. I'm not sure why, but I like to do it too. But just don't do it. I mean, it's not really like helpful. Like if you put music on a sheriff, I mean, you're not hiding. You're sort of waiting for the murderer to come to you, so you can kill them. So like it's okay to put on music. Oh, and look, I got murder, so I can show you some tips here. Okay. So I'm not putting on music because I need to follow my own tip. Another thing is turn on shift lock. I mean, it'll help you. You can go a little bit faster. And I can also show you the effects of haste if you think you want to buy it. Make it look good. And something for throwing knives is that you should probably like don't like worry about like aiming your throwing knife. Just like wherever, like if someone is like right in front of you, try to throw it like right in front of you. It doesn't really matter if you don't get it. Also, I forgot to stay away from the stairs. Stay away from stairs as murder, because that's like a little hallway too. So, and if the sheriff tries to like sort of like lead you into a hallway, like don't fall for it. I know I told like sheriffs like to actually lure you into a hallway if you're a murderer, but just don't fall for it like as murderer. Cause like it's way easier for them to get you like that. Yeah. And another tip is just like don't follow the sheriff around too much, so then there's just a higher and higher chance they're gonna get you. So a lot of times murderers like you can just like go hide in a room like in a circular map, like where they go round and round, and then when they come you can just jump out because like you have an advantage, because they can't like kill you from close range. And I have sheriff now, so maybe there's a spam jumper, and I'll show you what to do now. Okay. How to deal with knife throws is just like, just sort of turn the corner and then like dodge the knives. It's not too hard unless the hitbox is huge. I believe that person was a spam jumper. I don't know if anyone else saw that, but that's okay. This is a common glitch that okay, so the last tip I just have for murderer, I don't know if I already said this, but don't wait too long to kill people, because like there are usually some people hiding, like one or two, so like you need time to find them actually, and then you need to get the sheriff and like get everyone. So don't like wait until like people have 500 XP to like start killing, cause like you never know how many people you have to kill, and like they're like all over the map, so it's just like gets chaotic. You have to start like right away, otherwise you probably won't win. But like as soon as you get your weapon, like don't pull it out. Like if you're murdered, just don't pull out your knife immediately and just like put it away. Then like everyone's gonna know who you are. Just like wait until you get in close range with someone, then pull it out. If you're sheriff, don't pull out your gun like right away. You have to wait until you're 100% sure who the murderer is. Like that. Then you just hit them. Because they might target you if you whip your gun out. Like that. Yeah, because I think a lot of people, like, they just bring the gun on immediately so, like, innocents will trust them. But then, like, what if the murderer sees, like, they probably don't have their knife out? Because most people don't do that. But then, like, they might see you and, like, oh, there's the sheriff, so let's target them. So, like, no one can get the gun. So, like, yeah. And here's just, like, some things to not do, as murderer or sheriff. So as sheriff, don't spam jump. It makes it much harder to do anything. Like, you think it's gonna be easy to kill the murderer if you're doing this? Like, no, it's really hard. If they're throwing knives at you, like, probably the best thing to do is, like, do this, maybe? Yeah, like, do this, as sheriff, and then, or you could just, like, sort of turn the corner if they're throwing knives at you, like, if it has, like, corners. Also, I got sheriff again, so I might get to show you what I mean if the person knows how to throw knives. And don't get overconfident. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I did win. But they also beat me. So it's actually common that both the murderer and the sheriff die if you get each other at the same time. I'm just saying that. But one thing to not do as sheriff, murderer. One thing to not do as murderer is don't spam jump. Like, it's so easy to die. Like, another thing to do that's like actually good is just do this. I mean, it helps a lot. Unless you're in small hallways, then just don't go inside, okay? So that should be all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later, Mochis. Bye!